All right. Hello. Are we live? Is this live? What's happening? And to those of you who are joining in, just in advance, thank you guys for joining in on this video. So let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Can I change the? There we go. I like that filter a little more. Jim Michael Hill, what's up, man? How's it going, dude? I am live streaming on the Coolpad Legacy, by the way. So let me know how the audio is. I'm not tweaking any of the audio or anything like that. I am trying to adjust the camera here, so just bear with me while I straighten that out. Let me see if I can turn on top chat here or live chat. That way I can see everyone's chat. But how's it going, man, tonight? Thanks for joining in. I just wanted to live stream with the Coolpad Legacy just to see how the quality is here for you guys. So far I'm seeing that this actually looks really good. Okay, so I need to actually go and get the specs again from the Coolpad Legacy just because this is $130 phone, and I think right now you can actually get it for Boost Mobile for like $100, I think. Just having the phone for a few days, I've already been super impressed just by the cameras alone. So again, there's nothing connected to the audio jack or anything like that. This is the audio that's coming directly from the actual camera. And wow, I have to say I'm just impressed by the front-facing camera. I believe the front-facing camera is, hold on, Coolpad Legacy. It's a 10 megapixel or a 12 megapixel. Let's see. Let me look it up. A 13 megapixel front-facing camera. Wow. So I'm just impressed by this, and man, I mean, I can't complain. If you guys are just joining in, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, by the way. I'm just live streaming. It's just a little live stream tonight, nothing fancy. I'm going to chit chat with you guys for a while. I'm going to answer any questions that you guys have about the Coolpad Legacy while we are live tonight. And for the most part, can I pinch to zoom on this? Whoa, that's trippy. Mario Baylor, the camera quality is pretty good. I just got the phone on Friday. Yes, I was actually testing the phone out just yesterday when it came to like the picture quality. I haven't tested out video yet, and the reason why I haven't is because aside from this live stream, is just because I want to actually go and like take video outside of my actual house, and like I want to go somewhere and shoot video and just take random shots and put it together for you guys. That way you guys can see it in the actual review video. But so far, just the camera is very impressive. Just taking pictures, I think it's a great value for what it's worth. Mario Baylor, thanks for joining in on the live stream tonight, and I'm going to see if I can actually. Let me see. I'm gonna go to my channel really quick so I can go share this on my Twitter account. By the way, guys. So, guys, if you guys have not followed me on my Twitter account, please do so. I would highly recommend that you follow me on Twitter and Instagram just because I actually post on both outlets. So let me see. I'm gonna actually. Is this muted? Hold on. Yeah, it's muted. Let me say hi to the chat. Say hello. Hi. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure I have myself muted over here. Yeah, so I do have myself muted on the live stream. But I am there, guys. So anyways, camera quality doesn't look bad. It does look a little bit washed out. Maybe I should change the filter just because. Let me go back to just normal. No, hold on. There we go. Okay. I do feel like it is a little, like it is making up. Like I feel like my nose is super bright, and I don't know why. Look at that. Like I don't have that many lights on over here. Let me see if I can turn off a light just to see if that helps out. Hold on, let me. I don't know if that's any better or not. Because right now you see that there's like nothing on this side of my face. So yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me turn that one back on. I don't know. I guess I can't complain though. For the most part, it looks good. I'm actually live streaming on this, so you can't really see the phone. Like this is what I'm live streaming with. I am using the hey, what's up? I'm not gonna. That's an interesting name. P nice. That's a good one. No. I can't show the phone because I am live streaming on the phone actually. So what you're seeing is actually from the Coolpad Legacy, and I am here we go. Let me see if I can get a better shot there. This is that. Let's see. Mikey Tech Review says Coolpad sent me another message stating that they will be starting to send out review units soon. They emailed me again letting me know one day when they were sending out reviews. Oh, that's cool, man. Like I got lucky with them. I mean, luckily I was responding to somebody on Twitter when they were making a comment on their Twitter, and I had made mention of that, saying that they hadn't responded on my email. So I sent them out. I sent them that out, and they responded to me right away. They actually sent me a DM via Twitter, and then from there I got a hold of them. But even then, guys, I mean, I know some of you guys are tech reviewers wanting to get hands on with this. But for the price point, it's really relatively cheap. I probably would have ended up just buying this phone straight out. But as far as that goes, I probably would not have bought it from Metro. I probably would have got it in the Boost Mobile version, which is going to be the same thing. It's just Boost Mobile. But again, right now I've only charged this phone once, guys. By the way, this has a 4,000 milliamp battery, and it's been on the I guess on decline mode or whatever. I've been letting the battery die over the past couple of days, just with minimal to a little bit of use here and there, testing out the camera, etc., like that. And right now, when I started the live stream, the phone is only at 50% right now, so I can't complain whatsoever as far as that. But again, guys, just to go over specs here with you guys, if y'all are still here with me again, this internally only has 32 gigs of ROM, which again, it's the storage that you get out of the box. But you can add a micro SD card to this, so you're not gonna have issues with that. Let me see. I'm trying to. It has a fingerprint sensor. It's lightweight. It says it has some sort of waterproofing. I don't know exactly what. I'm gonna find out right now, because I'm just reading out the specs as we go here. Let's see, and maybe not. That might just be a missing item, but it does have a little bullet point there saying that there is a little bit of waterproofing. Let me see. It's got a Snapdragon 450, which it's not very new, but at the same time, I mean, it's a mid-range processor. What's up, Rob Crabtree? How's it going, man? Welcome to my live stream tonight. This is me getting live streaming with the Coolpad Legacy. So what you're seeing is from the camera is actually the live stream, or it is what? Okay, hold on. Let me share this on Twitter, by the way. I'm going to share this on Twitter, by the way, guys. Good camera. It's a good camera. I mean, I really can't complain at all, by the way. It's looking good to me, you know what I mean? I have not used it as my daily driver, Mario, because I do have T-Mobile, so I'm not able to actually put in the SIM card. It's technically locked through Metro PCS, and there is an unlock feature on the device that lets you do it, but when I clicked it, it said that I have to actually call like a 1-800 number to do it. So I'm not in the I guess process of doing that right now. I use an iPhone 10 as my daily driver actually. So this is my iPhone 10. I have it in a case, obviously, but I use an iPhone 10 as my daily driver because it is a phone that I've had since it came out, and it's an iPhone. I don't know what to tell you there. Oh wow, well that's pretty cool that ZT responded to. I've messaged ZT in the past and they have not responded to me. So good for you, Mikey Tech Reviews, for that. I mean, hopefully you get a chance to check that device out. I do want to get my hands on another ZTE device. I haven't really reviewed a ZTE phone in a really long time. So I mean, I think that if I do get my hands on one, it'll probably be one of the phones that came out last year, like the ZTE Max 2 or whatever you want to call it. The ones that TechRite basically reviewed. So, I mean, that's pretty good. But again, guys, this phone, for the price point, I'm pretty sure this phone is going to probably drop in the price point. But this, to me, probably is one of the best phones you can get under $150. I mean, honestly, like if you don't want to, and the screen size, first of all, is huge. It's a 6.3-inch screen. Like me, I'm not a fan of big screen phones, but this phone is very pocketable and it's very easy to use. You know what I mean? Let's see. Michael Hill says, if you would pick Samsung Galaxy S10 or iPhone 10, what would I pick? I would probably pick the iPhone 10, man. I'm not so much integrated with Android anymore as I used to. Yes, I still review phones from Android, obviously. So I'm starting to try to get back into it for you guys, especially because I feel like, that's something that my YouTube channel has been missing. And don't get me wrong, I'm going to do other things besides smartphone reviews. Mill Hustle says ZTE doesn't deserve reviews. They're horrible. Maybe one or two okay devices. So, I mean, I don't disagree with Mill Hustles. I do want to see if I can get my hands on the Exxon M eventually, just because. But again, if you guys are just joining in right now, this is me live streaming with the Google. I was gonna say the Google Pi Legacy. Google Pi. I saw the ear in the chat. No, the Coolpad Legacy. So this is my live stream with the Coolpad Legacy. So this is the front-facing camera. I don't really. I mean, I can technically test out the rear camera for you guys. Let's check out that rear camera. You guys can see there. I'm actually live streaming over here. Let me get a shot of my dog really quick, just so you can see the detail on the rear camera. And the rear camera is definitely a lot better than that. So again, guys, if you guys are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. And there's my WWE title belt, by the way, which is pretty cool. That I think that this thing like autofocus is and again, you can see all the lights I have back here. There's the laundry machines in my room. You can see I have kind of a spotlight over there, and all my Funko Pops over here. So I do have quite a few Funkos that are just sitting here. This is the rear camera, by the way, guys. So interesting. And let's get back over here. You can see my chocolate donuts that I will probably be eating later. And let's get this back on me. Just because, but wow, I mean, I'm genuinely impressed. And again, this is just me live streaming, you know what I mean? I know that the Exxon M is the 2-year-old phone, by the way, in Mikey Tech Reviews, and for the price, it's relatively cheap, so I don't think it's not something that it would be unreasonable to get a little later on. Let's see. Okay, so hold on. Someone said something. Sorry, I feel like the chat is getting delayed. I know one way of getting your channel bigger. Michael Hill, what is a way of getting my channel bigger? I mean, I'm just very appreciative to the fact that my channel is still growing. It's not, again, growing at an exponential rate like I thought it would be, but I mean, this past month it's been growing a little bit faster than other months. So I'm appreciating that now that it's summer and hopefully more people are home to appreciate the videos that I upload a little more. Again, this week I will be uploading probably the review here on the Coolpad Legacy, and I will probably be working on the Coolpad or the Wiko Ride phone reviews. And I am going to sell my Umidigi A3 Pro, guys, by the way. So if any of you guys are interested in the A3 Pro, I will be selling it. So please send me a DM on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. It's not even on, but I have it turned off right now. So let me turn that on. The big C6 channel. I do like Coolpad. I mean, I've actually had 2 phones by Coolpad, by the way. So okay, is this on? Hold on, let me see. Oh, I wasn't even touching the power button. Hold on, let's try that again. Like there I am. The Coolpad. You're asking me if the Coolpad Legacy is good? Yes, it is good. By the way, the phone is definitely worth it. If you have not had it, by the way, look at that Umidigi. I actually let this phone die out. It was dead for about a week, and I finally charged it. And again, I'm gonna probably sell this phone. I'm gonna try to either list it online or I'm gonna sell it. So if you guys are interested in an unlocked Umidigi A3 Pro, let me know. I'm enjoying the Coolpad Legacy though. It's a great phone to have. So the speaker is pretty decently loud. So I mean, you're not gonna have problem as far as playbacking YouTube or Netflix or whatever app you decide to download. Michael Hill, let's see. Michael Hill, you never said, hey, what's up, Frank Crawford? Thanks for saying that I don't suck, by the way. Google Pi asked, do you think that tech review and YouTube is a waste of money when you are starting out? It depends. It depends. I would probably try doing videos of stuff that you already have first before investing money. That's basically how I got started, Google Pi. DJ A2, hey, what's up, brother? I have this phone and I love it. It's a good freaking phone. I mean, look at the quality of the front facing camera. The lighting in my room is crap, by the way. So I mean, it is what it is. This phone for the price, $130, and it's probably going to continue to go down later on in the year. I mean, it's a great steal. I mean, Coolpad has not disappointed me on this specific phone. It's buttery smooth with Android 9.0. It's got a lot of stuff going, but if you're gonna Google Pie, if you're gonna try to start a YouTube channel, and that was a good question, by the way. I would stick with stuff that you have already. If you have a few old devices, try to make a couple videos. Usually the way smartphone videos works are, a lot of people want to see the phones that are coming out. So, if you can invest money in a cheap budget phone, something around that line that's just was released or whatever, and you put a video out. If you're one of the first ones to put a video out on it, for the most part, it's going to get hits, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it really depends on things like your thumbnail, the title of the description of your video, etc. like that. I've actually tried night shot mode on this, and I will probably upload a separate review just on the camera itself. Maybe not, we'll see. But yeah, night shot actually does work pretty good, but I have only tested it in a few different environments. So personally, I want to actually go and shoot somewhere at nighttime, like in the actual dark, where I can actually get like decent footage of that, whether it be video mode or whatever. So let's see, Frank Crockford, thanks Frank for the shout out. I don't know if you can move apps to the SD card. I generally don't put SD cards in these lower budget phones because most of the time they have 32 gigs of memory anyway. So I mean, for the most part, I don't eat up the memory on these devices, but it does have expandable memory, by the way. Let's see, Coolpad Legacy. To get it for $30, you must port in and choose between $50 or $60 plan. So there you go. Mikey Tech Reviews is already telling you how you can actually get this device cheaper. So, going to Metro by T-Mobile, that's $80 right there that you're going to spend on a $130 phone right there. So, does the LED notification light change colors? Right now, I've only seen that it lights up in green, by the way. So I think that's the only color that it does. I've known other phones that have changed colors on the device notification, but as far as that goes, I just know it's green. I don't know if that's changeable in the settings, though. So again, that's something that I will have to look more into again once I do the full review. And I've been working with the phone the past couple of days. I haven't fully been able to just sit down with it like for a few hours and just play with it. I've been busy with work, unfortunately. But yeah, it's green when it's notifying you, and it's red when it's charging. And there you go. Mikey says you can change the LED color if you download an app in the Google Play Store and change the colors. So there you go. Again, I'm not too familiar with the apps that you can do that with, unfortunately. I try to stay as close to plain Jane stock as possible when it comes to the actual device. So, well, I got 8 viewers tonight. Wow, guys, this is probably the most lit live stream I've ever had. So I'm gonna turn on my AC really quick, guys. How is the sound quality, by the way? I'm not that far off from the phone. Turn on the AC. It's getting pretty hot in here, guys, and that's because I'm sitting right underneath a fan, by the way. So I'm gonna close the door over here. All right. So even though I'm not making that much noise, keep sending those likes, by the way. So you're saying the sound is great. Okay, great. So normally I will actually connect an external mic or a lav mic while I'm doing live streams. So the fact that I don't even really need one for this is pretty good. Like, I can't complain. And again, I'm probably about maybe 2 feet away from the actual phone. I want to say about 2.5 feet. So I'm really not that far from the phone. So that's pretty good. This might be my next go-to live streaming device, depending on like where we're at. You know what I mean? So and again, it's a big size screen. I can actually see all of y'all's comments, by the way. So again, guys, thanks for watching my video, and thanks for hitting me up here. Guys, I do want to share my social media channels with you guys. So if you guys have a Twitter, you can follow me at BT_reviews, right? And I'm going to type that out just so you guys can see. So that's my Twitter handle. So you can actually see updates when I post up new videos or whatever. You can actually see that. And I do have a Facebook page also, where again it's going to be facebook.com slash, okay, hold on, Facebook. I'll just type it out. It's going to be at BT Reviews on Facebook. BT Reviews, okay, views on Facebook. So guys, please hit me up by helping me grow my influence there. And I also have an Instagram, by the way, guys. I have an Instagram handle also. So hold on, I'm trying to like look for a phone here that I can actually do this on. My Weco Right is dead, by the way. Look, Weco Right is dead. I need to charge this up. It already died, but I haven't touched it. So, okay, it's turning on. There you go. You should do buying dark web tech products. Is that Michael Hill? Is that what's gonna bring my channel up, or is that gonna raise my subscriber count? I guess my dog's crying over here. By the way, what do you want? Get up here, come on, come on, come on. Okay, sorry, my dog's crying over here. She's being a little baby. But I do have an Instagram handle also. It's it's BT underscore reviews as well, I think. Or BTech reviews, I'm sorry. BTech underscore reviews. Okay, hold on. I don't remember it now. I need to find it. Let me find the phone here. Okay, hold on. Let me get on my actual Instagram here. This is the Moto G7, by the way. I was chit-chatting with Mill Hustles when I sent him a picture the other day. But let me go ahead and find my channel, by the way. There we go. It's going to be BTech underscore reviews, by the way. So BTech underscore reviews. Let me type that out for you guys, by the way. BTech underscore reviews. That is my Instagram handle. So please follow me on there as well. Actually, Mikey Tech, okay, Mikey Tech is saying, like, hey, I wouldn't expect you to touch the phone considering it has such low specs. The phone itself doesn't really perform bad. I don't know what's going on with Android 9.0, but like, considering that phone has 2 gigs of RAM and a quad-core processor or whatever, it's actually relatively buttery smooth. It's just the screen and the camera are just really disgusting to look at, though. It kind of hurts my eyes to look at the screen on that, so... And here's the Umidigi A3 Pro, by the way. I'm unlocking it, so it's starting up. Umidigi, yeah. But anyway, let's see. Okay, there was a comment saying, does it have the feature where you can make the screen go dim and light auto, or is it manual? No, it does have a adaptive brightness feature on it. So yes, if you're asking about that, it does. It also has, I believe, the nighttime dimness. I think where a lot of smartphones are actually are doing this thing where you can actually change the tone of the colors during specific times. That way, it's not so strenuous on the eyes. So let's see. Michael Hill Jackson something did it, and I was watching him since 5,000 something. Now he has 80,000 subs. Well, I mean, that's pretty cool, but I don't know what dark tech is or whatever, or dark web tech products. And I mean, I don't know. I just kind of want to stick with what I have right now. I mean, and you guys are big fans of mine, so you know, I appreciate you guys coming in here. I mean, but you know, do me the favor by, you know, subscribing to me, obviously, sharing my videos on your social media accounts, or sharing them with your family and friends, and say, hey. Let's see. Tito says can't expect miracles from low budget, but there is a market from them, so it makes sense he would pick up and review the device. So yeah, I mean, very much agreed there from Tito, man. And again, I mean, not everyone has $100 to spend on devices, so a lot of people look at these cheaper devices to go with, especially when it comes to prepaid, you know, cell phones. So. The quick charge is relatively fast. It is a 4,000 milliamp battery though, so it does take about an hour and a half to fully charge the phone with quick charge. So okay. Other than that though, I mean, I'm just really shocked how the Coolpad Legacy is performing, and I've been posting pictures on Instagram and Twitter. If you guys follow me on those, that way you guys can kind of see how good the camera is. Behave, ugly. Sorry, my dog's misbehaving on here. And what's up, Tito, man? How's it going, man? I hope everything's going good with you. Mikey Tech says, if that was your daily driver and you had to use it every day for being 2 gigs and a type of person that can't afford mid-range, you'll get frustrated. I mean, I would get frustrated. I mean, especially coming from an iPhone. You know, when iPhone iPhones are just so buttery smooth and they just work and they're just so fast. You know what I mean? But at the same time, if I was dead broke or whatever, and I needed a cheap smartphone to just use as a daily, until at least I could afford another device, no matter how much it lagged or how bad the picture quality was, I would still use it because at the end of the day, cell phones are just tools. You know what I mean? I use it to communicate with my friends and my family. I'm not always about taking pictures and taking video with these devices. So for the most part, my cell phone is usually just used to communicate with my coworkers, my family, my friends. Yes, the benefits of having faster speed phone does help when you're using apps like Instagram and Facebook, but I'm still able to use the device, whether it's slow or fast. You know what I mean? It just I'm gonna have to have more patience if I were to use that as a daily driver. You know what I mean? If you're someone that doesn't use smartphones very much, this might be the phone right up your alley. You know what I mean? Michael Hill says you could do dark web mystery unboxings, but it's not tech related though. That's interesting. Okay. The big C6 channel says, would you consider the Legacy a mid-range or a higher end? I think it's a mid-range. I mean, I wouldn't go there with a high end because it's still missing features like wireless charging. I don't think this phone has NFC. Let me double check to see if it does. Yeah, no NFC on the phone, so it's missing key features that would make this a flagship device. But at the same time, a lot of people don't even use those features. So, like, to some people, this could be a very good device as far as that goes. You know what I mean? I mean, it's got a beautiful screen. It's got a great build on it. The cameras are amazing. Like, I'm just so impressed on how the front facing and the rear facing cameras are working. Portrait mode are great. You know what I mean? I just really have not a lot. I do not have a lot of complaints about this phone. I was actually expecting a lower. I was having lower expectations with this device because I've only seen 1 or 2 videos on it. That's why. So Tito Escobar says that's a standard that people would want to keep in mind, but a price range that's got to keep in. Otherwise, they could just put 256 gigs of storage and 12 gigs of RAM and sell it at $50. Yeah, so completely true. So considering this only has 3 gigs of RAM, you know what I mean? I appreciate this phone for what it actually is able to do with the limitations that it has. But again, that could go back to the software also, because I've been noticing that even the Wiko Ride with only 2 gigs of RAM seems to perform pretty well. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and it is right now. You're right. It is Coolpad's flagship. I actually do have an older Coolpad device, and it's right here. This one's called the Coolpad Canvas, and it's by Cricket. And this one's actually running Android 7.0. Let's see, do I have it on? Oh, I actually reset it. I reset it because I do plan to sell it, by the way. But this is I don't know, I don't remember the screen size. I think it's like a 5.5-inch touch display. It actually does have capacitive buttons on the bottom, by the way, and they do not light up. So. But for the most part, I had no problem with the performance on this phone. I mean, considering it's a really low-end phone, this phone only costs like $40 at Best Buy. I think I bought it like last year or sometime. And even though the build of it is not nearly as good as the Coolpad Legacy over here, this really wasn't a bad phone. You know what I mean? So I think Coolpad could be on the verge of being one of those mid-range companies that just sells really good devices. Here in the U.S., I don't know how they are in other parts of the world, but for the most part, I can't complain. Like, I'm not complaining about this device right now. Tectwan B, good to have you, by the way, man. I know you're a fan of MTR and guys like CV Tech, man. So thanks for joining in, by the way. I really appreciate you joining in on my channel. And Tectwan B, I actually saw your unboxing of the Coolpad Legacy also, man. So good vid, man. I mean, keep it up. I know you're an up-and-coming YouTuber as well, man. So, okay, let's see. If you were to rate the Coolpad Legacy on a 1 through 10, what would you pick? Michael Hill. That is a good question, by the way. I mean, if I had to be realistic, I would give this phone probably a 7.5. And there's a few reasons why. First of all, I'm not a huge fan of the big display. There's a few things that I'm going to nitpick at. So the phone is glossy all the way around, so the back is very slippery in the hand. So you would actually probably need to get a case for this. Like all the way around, like as far as the back, I don't know. I guess it's a glass or a ceramic back, and it feels very slippery when I'm playing with it. There's just, I mean, I can nitpick at a few little things, but at the same time, the sound is not. I mean, the sound as far as the speakers go is not one of my favorite sounding phones, but at the same time, again, you know, you're gonna have to know that Coolpad did have to cut cost in some areas, and for this phone, I feel like they really just focused on obviously the good performance, the screen, and the cameras. That's like the three main things that I know that this posted. So, or that what they focus on. So the big C6 channel says I'm is the outside metal or plastic? I want to say it's like a hard touch plastic, but the back is covered in glass. So I mean, I don't know what to tell you there. I mean, I feel like it's like more of an aluminum frame though. Tectron B, thank you mucho. Thanks for joining on my channel, by the way. Uh, Okay, Mikey Tech says, Mike, you should do a pros and cons video of what you like and what you dislike about the Coolpad Legacy on your channel. Well, you know, I mean, I'm going to do the review first. I'm going to try to be as unbiased on the review as possible, just so that, you know, you guys can have a good solid review of the device. And then I will probably make a few follow-up videos of my favorite things about this phone and my least favorite things about this phone. So, but honestly, there's not a lot of dislikes of this phone as far as that goes. You know, there's very minimal things that I would say. I mean, I'm even enjoying the camera mode on this. Most I guess cheaper device phones have horrible lag when it comes to their camera app, and I cannot complain about the camera app on this phone. It's really good. Portrait mode's pretty good. I just know that, and when I get to the video portion, when I start shooting, I just know that this only shoots in 1080 and in 720. So I'm gonna have to go a little further in depth on the actual recording over here when it comes to video mode on this. But for this thing does have a 16 megapixel camera. It has dual cameras. So a lot of these phone companies are using dual cameras for whatever reason, but at the same time, I don't feel like they're using that second camera. Low light shots are actually really good, Tito, by the way. Now that you're asking that, dude, they're very good. I mean, I'm very shocked how good they are. Like, I mean, and this phone does have a night mode on it already. So, and even then, even if you don't use night mode, you can actually still take a picture, and then you can actually edit the picture and add that brightness like manually. I don't know, it's weird. Let's see, and I'm sorry guys, I know it looks like I'm glancing over here, but for whatever reason the chat on my computer is actually coming up faster than on the actual phones. So Mario Baylor says, I think it's a beautiful phone and a well-built phone, and I totally agree. You know, I think that's one thing that Coolpad did get this right with, is they built a very solid device. And again, this is probably one of the most solidly built budget phones that I've ever used. Like, I wish I could put that in my title. It's just too long of a title. Michael Hill has a question for me, I guess. And the Big Six says, I think ZTE, or I think Coolpad is picking up where ZTE left off. And again, I can't really comment on ZTE because, yes, I've reviewed ZTE phones in the past, but I mean, I know they had that issue with, I don't know, that scandal that happened a couple years ago, and that they were kind of pulled away from the U.S. market, kind of like how Huawei is right now. And again, they were able to come back, but again, their phones are just not selling as well as they would like. But I think ZTE could be bigger than what they are right now. You know what I mean? Tito's asking, so it's similar to the Pixel, basically using image processing to get night shot. That might be the case, and I'm not 100% sure if that's what's going on with it, but for the most part, I will go and take like low light pictures in dark areas just to kind of compare. So I'm going to take pictures like without the night shot mode and then pictures with the night shot mode. So, and wow, I have a good amount of viewers tonight, guys. Thank you all for joining in tonight. Again, guys, don't forget about those super chats. If you guys, have the funding to donate to my channel, I would really appreciate that. But for the most part, wow, I'm just in awe. Like, I'm very shocked how well this camera is performing. You know what I mean? It's just interesting to see and know. Okay, I do need to charge the Weco Ride, by the way. And look at how nasty the fingerprint. Look at how nasty that is. Like, either I have really oily hands, or the screen on this is just horrible. This is the Weco Ride, by the way, and you can see all the nasty smudges on the screen. So, just so you guys know, if you guys are looking to get the Weco Ride, by the way, it's a fingerprint magnet when it comes to the actual screen. So, Tito Escobar says Q Beta 4 is going good on the Pixel 3a. Okay, he was responding. Michael Hill says, do you think that if you spend more money on a phone, it will be better than if you spend less money on a phone? In some cases, yes, but in some cases, no. Like, for instance, again, I have the Moto G6 here, which is double the price of this phone right here that I'm using. And if I were to use both devices and go back at the end of the day, I would probably pick the Coolpad Legacy. Even though this phone does have a little bit of even though this phone's a little bit snappier when it comes to the performance, and it just has little features like the air-up display where you can pick it up and you get notifications, on that, and of course all the Moto Action features, better camera, etc., like that. Well, actually, no. I mean, I might have to do a camera comparison test because so far I've been a little more impressed by the Coolpad Legacy. But if I had to choose, like when it came to pricing and quality, I would actually go with the Coolpad Legacy right now. You know what I mean? Not to say that the Moto G7 is not a great phone. I mean, for what it is, this phone is great. But at the same time, you could buy the 4 gig version of the Moto G6, and you're probably going to get the exact same performance for half the price that you would get for the Moto G7, guys. So if you're looking at quality over price, that sometimes it's really not the case. You know what I mean? And do not be afraid to buy older versions of devices also, because at this point in smartphones, you're not going to get much of a huge difference when it comes to how the phone actually performs just because it's last year's model versus this year's model. You know what I mean? There just might be a few key features that might have changed, but for the most part, like I'm actually considering rebuying the Moto G6 and just doing a comparison review of both these phones just for the hell of it. You know what I mean? Let's see. The Coolpad Legacy is supposed to be coming to Boost. I hear it's already out. I think I've seen a few images go on around Twitter of people already having the Coolpad Legacy for Boost. So if that's the case and you're a Boost user, like, more power to you. You know what I mean? Which is interesting, though, because I was actually speaking to one of the reps on Twitter from Coolpad. What's up, Dead Zone Citizen? And Jose Talks, by the way, I saw you. Don't worry, I'm not ignoring you, by the way. It's just that there's a lot of chat going on, so I'm just trying to keep up with all the chats. I don't know how the higher end YouTubers do it, who have people just chit-chatting all day, because my eyes are starting to hurt. Tito says, okay, let's see. Mikey says ZTE is selling only on ZTE USA and Amazon. Okay. Let's see. You should buy it, Big Six, if you have Boost already, man. And Dead Zone Citizen says, "What's up, man? How's it going? Good to have you, by the way." And let's see. But yeah, you might be able to see that phone already in stores. I think Walmart might be selling it already, if I'm not mistaken. I have not made the trip to Walmart to find out myself. I just have not really gone anywhere and done anything, to be honest. But it is what it is. Let's see. The Big Sis says it's out in stores, but not. Yeah, it's so weird that you can buy it in the store, but not on the website. So, like, really, there's no point in me going and like trying to buy the Coolpad Legacy on Boost, because I already have it here for Metro PCS. Which essentially it's just going to be the same phone, but it's only going to have Boost's services when it comes to like their specific apps, etc., like that. Like, this one does have a little bit of bloatware when it comes to Metro's apps. So it's supposed to hit the website tomorrow. And again, it's only $100, guys, on Boost. So it's actually $30 cheaper than it is on Metro PCS. So that might be something that could be more appealing to the people that are trying to switch over to Boost Mobile, because right now, I feel like Metro and Boost are like the two. They're the two, I guess, MNVO carriers, or whatever you want to call them, that are competing with each other. Right now, I can already tell you that like Virgin Mobile is already out of the. It's out of the prepaid game. It still exists. I actually messaged one of the reps the other day saying, hey, like if you guys are still wanting to keep relevant, like you need to get more inclined with the smartphone community. You know what I mean? Because there's not really a lot of I don't see a lot of people doing Virgin Mobile unboxings anymore. At least that's me personally. You know what I mean? And that's because I've wanted to buy Virgin Mobile phones. It's just that now you don't really see them in stores anymore. You don't. If you go to like Target, they don't even have Virgin Mobile phones anymore. All you really see is like Cricket phones and I guess like consumer cellular products. I guess you know what I mean. But I think that's kind of sad, guys, because I actually started out with Virgin Mobile prepaid devices, and I really enjoyed using Virgin Mobile devices. Like I don't know why Virgin Mobile kind of trickled down a little bit when it came to their smartphones, and I think it's because they kind of sold out when it came to the actual phone plans. They used to have really good and cheap plans, and now not so much anymore. You know. Oh man, all right, everyone's kind of dying out already, man. That's not good. All right, let's see. The big success. I have the Boost Stylo 4 and the speaker blows. I want the Legacy. Should I buy one if it hits the website? Yeah. I mean, if you're not satisfied with the Stylo 4, I mean, the good part about prepaid phones is once you activate another phone, you can actually sell the one you already have once you get it deactivated. So like I remember when I had Virgin Mobile and Boost, I would activate the phones for a month and then use them and then I would sell them like right away. So I was never I never had a hard time selling a used prepaid phone. You know what I mean? Or at least that was my experience. I don't know if it's different nowadays. Mikey Tech says I wouldn't buy the Coolpad Legacy from Boost. It's tied down to a carrier. If you get it from Metro, at least you can unlock to use with any GSM carrier. He's kind of right on that. You know what I mean? But I feel like eventually, if Coolpad's smart enough, and they even told me if the market is there, they will actually start selling unlocked devices. So I think that's pretty cool that they can actually do that. Uh, okay, hold on. And Tectwan B does agree that the big C channel should buy the Coolpad Legacy. I mean, yes. I mean, if you have the money, and and if you're not enjoying the Stylo 4, do it. You know what I mean? I know the Stylo 4 is actually really cheap right now. I think you can get it for 129 off Boost Mobile. And I'm not saying that I've never had that phone to compare. I've heard a lot of good things about that phone, but I've never been uh, that I guess I've never been a stylo person. I've never actually owned a stylo phone, so I cannot compare that phone to this phone to say, hey, go buy that phone. You know what I mean? But for the most part, if you don't like the Legacy, you can always just return it. I think for the most part, if like let's say you buy it at Best Buy or something, if you don't like the phone after like 14 days, you can technically return it within like 2 weeks. So if you're in that position to buy it, then do it. You know what I mean? More power to you. Okay, hold on, let me exit out here. But I mean, overall, dude, this phone is really impressive. Like the screen resolution, it's only 1080 by 2160, but it's not bad. I mean, for the most part, the what you get on the screen is great. You know what I mean? I mean, it's saying that one of the cons about this phone is its low pixel density. Its pixel density is 380 ppi, guys. By the way, most flagship devices are in the 400s or like the mid 450s, whatever. But this phone is 380, and to be honest, this phone 4 or 5 years ago, the PPI, the pixel per inch, or whatever you want to call it, this would have been flagship level a few years ago. So I don't know why websites like Phone Arena are saying that this is not a good screen. I think the screen is beautiful, for what it is. I think that when you top it out as far as its brightness go, it could be a little brighter, but it's not bad. Like everything is very visible. I do not have a problem with this device. You know what I mean? So, um, let's see, yada 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 yada. And again, I'm just reading little things here and there about the actual phone, but I mean, its octa-core processor does its job. You know what I mean? You can get expandable storage up to 128 gigs of memory. So I mean, who's complaining? Yes, the internal memory is not great, 32 gigabytes, but for some people, that's all you need. You know what I mean? So, and again, it's got a 4,000 milliamp battery, so this thing is gonna last you a good day as long as you're, very good with your what you're doing, I guess. You know, I mean, unless you're an intensive gamer and you're just always playing games on your phone, then obviously your phone is probably gonna die. But again, the MSRP on this is $130, guys. So, I mean, there's really no reason for people not to get this phone. You know, for me though, again, the only gripe that I have about it is the screen size. I think this phone would be perfect if it was like if the size was up between 5.5 inches and maybe 5.8 inches. Okay, I don't see it go. Right now, again, it's a 6.3-inch display, so they're trying to cater to people that like big screens. Me, I'm more of a small screen person. Again, this is the iPhone 10, and I can actually fit the iPhone 10 into this, and it has a lot of real estate over here. So it's about the same size as my Moto G7. It is a little bigger. The screen is a little bigger than the Moto G7. I think the Moto G7 has a 6.2-inch touch display. So for what it is, I mean, it's a great phone, guys. Okay, let's see. What is everyone saying here? The chat is still going on. Guys, who wants to send me a super chat? I'll be very grateful. I will talk about whatever you want to talk about for like 5 minutes, okay? And if you guys watched the last video and saw this little Batman go down, you'll know what I'm talking about here. But those people that were in my live stream the last time, they were being really annoying about this. So, okay, let's see. Mario Baylor says the Coolpad Legacy is a lot better than the Stylo 4. I have the Stylo 4 and the Coolpad Legacy is a lot better. So there you go. That's for someone that has already had both devices, okay? The Stylo 4 came out last year at the end of June, and they already have cases out for the Stylo 5. Okay, let's see. Mario Baylor says the camera on the Stylo 4 is trash, and that's his opinion. And Mikey Tech Review is deleting all his chats. I don't know what's going on there, but that's all right. I mean, I can't say what's going on there. Coolpad, but I mean, I agree. I mean, the Coolpad Legacy is a great device. You know what I mean? So, I mean, take it for what it is. You know what I mean? If you guys are into low budget smartphones that do a great job, then there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? I'm really enjoying this device, guys, so far. You know what I mean? So, okay, so let's see. Let's keep the chat going, guys. I mean, thanks for chatting with me. I might go just a little bit longer on the chat tonight. It is still early, but you know, a lot of the people already kind of backed out of the actual live stream here. So I don't know if I'm gonna actually continue to do the live stream, but I mean, Dead Zone Citizen, people that I haven't seen in a while. You know, Rob Crabtree was here earlier. Jose Talks. You know, Mikey Tech, Tito Escobar, Michael Hill. You know, I had a lot of you guys here tonight, which is, to me, that makes me happy that, you know, my my YouTube fans, my main ones, are still with me, you know, over this year. And I'm seeing some new names like the Big Six, who, again, you're new to me, bro, but I mean, at the same time, thanks for joining in. Tectwan B was here also. So Tectwan B, thanks for joining in on my chat tonight. I mean, I really appreciate it. Mikey Tech says don't get the Stylo 4 because it came out last year at the end of June and they already have cases for it. I mean, No Life, hey, No Life just showed up, man. No, that's all right, man. We're still chit-chatting here. I've been going on for about, what, 48 minutes already, so that's no biggie, man. No worries. Thanks for joining in tonight, No Life 2692. Again, I'm testing out the live stream capabilities of the Coolpad Legacy here, and you can see like the front-facing camera, how it works good. We have been having lots of storms in Texas. Yeah, man. It was actually raining pretty bad where I live in South Texas on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And it kind of sucked because I worked both days, and part of my job requires me to go outside. And it was just horrible. Like, I did not enjoy the rain whatsoever. But, yeah, it's been pretty ugly in Texas. The weather has been kind of up and down, but the next 3 days are supposed to be like 100-degree weather. And it's supposed to be really, really ugly. So I'm really not looking forward to that. You guys can see here my tan. Look at that tan over here, like how white I am. That's how dark I'm getting. So free show for you guys, by the way. So you guys better send tips because of that, by the way. But yeah, man, no, I'm just answering questions about the Coolpad Legacy. I'm just here. So if you're just joining in, please hit that thumbs up here. Share your video. Share this video on your social media or whatever, Twitter, Facebook. And I'm asking people to also subscribe to me or follow me on Twitter, by the way, because I need more Twitter followers and Facebook followers. So if you guys do not follow me on Twitter, I'm actually going to post up the link to my actual channel here. Let's see. What is going on? There you go. I'm actually going to post the link so you guys can check that out. Follow me because I do post content regarding my actual phones here. So if you guys don't catch it on my YouTube channel, you can definitely catch it over here. And I'm going to link you guys to my Instagram account as well. So not so much Facebook, just because I don't really I don't post as much on Facebook. I really just post the videos to Facebook. But please follow me, guys, on these social outlets, just because, you know. Okay, what question does he have? Okay, I don't know what the heck he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, hold on. It's because I was actually joining in on Kevin Breeze's. Kevin Breeze actually has a new Facebook community, so I just joined that a while ago, and him and I were chit-chatting a little bit. So that's what I was doing. Let me see if I can. I'm having a lady friend turn me into a cartoon character. So okay, but let's see. I think some of the YouTubers left because Total Tech is live streaming right now. I don't know who Total Tech is, but that's fine, man. I mean, you know, if you wanna take off and watch Total Tech's videos, that's completely fine with me. You know, I know there's other YouTubers out there, so I can't complain. Thanks for joining me live, though. You know, I appreciate the people that did join me. I'm surprised I still have like 4 or 5 viewers. MTR Mikey Tech reviews, right? That's a good one, actually. MTR, by the way, man, John from MTR, his YouTube channel is growing, man. He's got like 30,000+ subscribers, man. So I'm really proud of him when it comes to his YouTube channel, just because, you know what I mean. Right now, my Instagram actually has 42 followers, which is not bad considering it's only been up for about a month. So hopefully I can get about 100 followers by the end of the summer. That's my goal. And Twitter, I want to get to 200 followers. On Twitter, I have 119 followers. So I actually might do a giveaway for people that want to follow. I'm trying to get people to follow me on Twitter. So I might actually do a giveaway so that I can get more Instagram followers and Twitter followers. So I might, you know, ask people to do both of that to enter in. So I might have that going on for about a week. I might do a giveaway. I might actually give away the Coolpad canvas, or who knows, maybe I'll even give away the Wico ride. Okay, here, so that might be a next giveaway, guys. So keep an eye out on that. I mean, okay, not say. Okay, hold on, I'm responding to an email real quick, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. No life. MTR just been busy with work, thing and the family. That's understandable, man. I mean, I completely understand how he is, man. He has a full-time job. I have a full-time job also, man. So like my job requires me to actually work 12 to 9 o'clock most days, which is basically the whole day if you think about it. So by the time I get home, it's almost 10 o'clock at night, and I really just sometimes am really tired to even want to produce content for YouTube. You know, like right now I'm live streaming. Happy Father's Day, by the way, to people who are fathers out there. So guys like MTR, and I don't know if RJ or CV Tech is a dad, but guys like Tito Escobar or Aloha Android, he's a dad. Happy Father's Day to all of those guys out there, by the way. But yeah, I mean, it could be rough at times to put together videos. You know what I mean, and have the time to produce, edit, and then show something off for you guys. I mean, a lot of the times I feel like there just isn't enough hours in the day to make content. I was lucky enough to be off today, so you know, I decided, hey, let's do a live stream tonight. I wanted to do a quick live stream and get test out the actual camera quality here. So Mario Baylor, thanks for following me on Instagram. I don't have a lot of pictures right now on Instagram, but I do plan to post more content, whether it be with the Moto G7 or with the Coolpad Legacy. And I actually am going to post content from the Wico ride, just to show you guys how bad the pictures are. So someone says, I just converted my cheap $29 Amazon tablet HD into an Alexa tablet only, and I had to get a stand to use it. I'm not a fan of Amazon tablets, to be honest. I think I reviewed one a couple years ago, and the user interface, even though it's a little bit integrated with Android, they're just not that usable. I mean, you can't really do much of them. Tech Twan B says, "Thanks. I am a father with 2 kids, autistic boys." Oh well, I mean, man, Tech Twan, happy Father's Day to you, man. Whether your kids have autism or whatever, that shouldn't matter, right? I mean, you're a dad, you love your kids to death, man, and that's what it's all about, man. So shout out to you and your kids, though. By the way, I'm not a father. I don't have any kids. I think I'm a dad dog though, so I have dogs and I have a cat. So I mean, I mean, I know it's nothing like having actual children, but having animals is like having a baby. You're constantly having to look after them, feed them, clean up after them, etc. So, but yeah, dude, I don't know who that other tech channel was. I believe Mikey Tech said that some other guy was live streaming right now. So that, I mean, whoever that is, that's cool. No worries. I'm not trying to take it away. If you guys want to go watch some other person's live stream, like I'm completely cool with that. You know what I mean? I was over here talking about John from MTR, and we were talking about his channel and how he's busy and how he hasn't really been able to do live streams or whatever. And I completely get that. You know what I mean? I mean, there's weeks where sometimes I don't want to produce videos, but I know that if I'm not producing at least one video a week, that my channel could slowly go on the decline. And that was the case a couple of years ago. I want to say in 2017, I was only making about one video a month, guys, on my YouTube channel, just to kind of stay relevant. And even then, my viewership had already kind of really dropped. I still had about a good amount of subscribers. I want to say I had about 5,000 or 6,000 subs on my channel, but my viewership was horrible. I was getting maybe less than 1,000 views a day on my videos. So I mean, for the most part, even though I was, in my opinion, an already established live streamer or YouTuber, I didn't really get a lot of hits on my channel. So now I feel now that even though my channel is still not as where I want it to be, even though I'm consistently posting, my viewership has not gone down. You know what I mean? Some days are better than others, but it is what it is, right? Um, Mikey Tech says, I know John personally. He works at the Home Depot in the garden section. Now he works inside store full part-time in the garden section, only getting 2 days a week. That stinks, man. Yeah. Yeah, his real name's John, by the way. Or Juan in Spanish, right? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with him, though. I mean, whether he's not full-time or part-time, it's not his personal will not our personal lives are really like not to be talked about unless you want to get into that, guys. Me, personally, I work in retail also, so I know how things are. I can definitely identify with him. I can identify with guys like RJ Tech. We're just hardworking blue collar people that are just trying to make a living day by day. So personally, like, here YouTube is part of my income as well. You know what I mean? Even though it's not where I want it to be, you know what I mean? I eventually want to earn as much money on YouTube as I am at my day job. And then if I ever am able to quit my day job to just do this full time, then I would definitely love to do it. You know what I mean? No Life says, I am thinking about doing dumpster diving videos. I'm not sure how yet and love to I mean, do what you want, man. I mean, just as long as you're not breaking any rules or laws, and as long as you're not hurting yourself, like don't hurt yourself, obviously, man. And don't go. You never know. I mean, that seems like a good idea, but at the same time, people throw needles away in dumpsters. They throw away sharp objects, so you have to be really careful when it comes to dumpster diving because you can hurt yourself. You can end up in the hospital from doing something that you might not think is very bad, but at the same time, I mean, little things like that can hurt you. You know what I mean? So just be careful is all I'm saying. But I mean, again, doing YouTube is a lifestyle, man. I mean, obviously, it's not for everybody. People have to be able to communicate with their fans, obviously. So that's what I'm doing with you guys. You have to have some sort of connection with everyone that's watching. So. But No Life, man, I mean, if you want to do videos, man, like, more power to you, I mean, I think Google Pie earlier, who was in the chat, I don't know if he's still here or not, But he said, "Hey, do you think it's a good idea to invest money in like buying stuff to review?" And I said, "Well, it depends what you're buying and whatnot. You know, don't just go buy stuff just to review it. You know what I mean? I think if you're gonna start off YouTube, whether it be reviewing things or stuff like that, you should review or look at things that interest you because you know if it interests you, there's a good chance it's gonna interest somebody else. So whether it be smartphone tech or Bluetooth speakers or you know cars or whatever you want to do, you know, just do it. I mean, but at the same time, you don't have to spend money. You know, work with things that are around you. You know what I mean? If you have a family or a friend member that has a, you know, a phone that you want to look at, you know, ask he or she, hey, do you mind if I use your phone for an hour or two to make a video? You know what I mean? Or just something like that. You know what I mean? Just so you can put content out there. You know, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to own the actual device, or you don't actually have to go out and buy things. uh, Personally, when I started YouTube, yes, I was buying prepaid devices. So when I started off, I bought a cheapy $100 Virgin mobile phone, but I wasn't constantly buying phones left and right. And if I did, I made sure it was in my budget to where I could afford to buy a specific device. I wasn't spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So me personally, when I first started off, I was actually buying Boost and Virgin mobile phones, and most of the phones that I was buying were between 20 and like $80 devices. So sometimes I would buy them and I would sell them right away depending on the device and depending how long I had the device. So some devices I kept, some devices I didn't. You know what I mean? Right now I have like 5 or 6 cell phones sitting here in my room. I have five devices on my desk here, and I have one device sitting over there on my bed. So this is probably the most cell phone devices that I've owned in a long time, and the one that I'm using to stream right now is the only one that I didn't spend money on, by the way. So all of the other devices I spent money on personally. You know what I mean? All of the others besides the Coolpad Legacy and the new Mobile G3 Plus, which were sent to me by the actual companies, are the only phones that I've gotten for free. So a lot of YouTubers, you know, think, hey, I need to buy phones, but at the same time, use what you have. If you have the LG Stylo 4 and you want to make videos on it, you can do a series of videos. You don't have to just do one solid review and say this is it. You know what I mean? You can do a pros video, you can do a cons video, you can do a video dedicated to just the camera. You could do a video dedicated to just how like certain things work on the phone, and people are gonna watch it. You know, maybe it won't get a lot of views at first, but at the same time, if it's searchable content that people would want to see over time, those videos will get views in time. You know what I mean? Virgin Mobile is still around. I mean, I kind of want to go throwback it a little bit and get myself a Virgin Mobile phone and review it. Even though the thing about Virgin Mobile is Boost and Virgin Mobile used to have around the same devices. I don't know if they still do or not. I need to check out their website to see what they have. Um, No Life says don't go buy stuff and return it. It's not good. Yeah, it's not really good for the companies and whatnot. You know, let's see. Mikey Tech Review says big YouTuber iJustine who gets free items daily without her contacting these companies just because she has a lot of stuff. And that's the thing. A lot of companies will reach out to these YouTubers because they have such a mass following. MKBHD, Unbox Therapy, iJustine, Austin Evans, Linus Tech Tips. These are all YouTubers that have millions of followers. So the thing about their YouTube channels opposed to guys like me is, you know, their YouTube channels are catered to making the product look good, even though it might not be good. And because they have such millions of subscribers, unlike myself, I only have 8,400 subscribers on this channel. Is they have the ability to go and purchase the item when I don't. You know what I mean? So even though they are making the money already to buy these phones straight out, phone companies are still sending it to them. You know what I mean? So to me, it's kind of like a stupid trade-off, I guess. I'm not a really big fan of that. But at the same time, it is what it is. You know, big companies are going to reach out to the biggest influencers, and you know, iJustine is one of the biggest influencers on YouTube, and there's a lot of others. You know what I mean? I mean, I can name countless names. I appreciate small YouTubers like myself, guys like RJ, Magic Tech, Aloha Android, even TechRite. Even though TechRite is already hitting like, even though he's getting close to the 60,000 sub mark already, I want to say, I would still consider him a small YouTuber because even though his channel is continuing to grow, he's very dedicated to his community of followers, so or his tech gang, whatever you want to call it, I guess. And you guys are my tech gang. You know what I mean? I mean, for the most part, for the people that are watching this live stream and the guys that are watching the videos that I upload daily, you guys are my followers, and I am your influencer, and I hope that I'm influencing you guys in a positive way. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it is what it is. I wouldn't just buy these devices to review them and then return them. You know what I mean? I have returned devices though, just so you guys know, and not on purpose though. Some of them were just really bad to the point where I was just like, I'm not gonna waste my money. I was unsatisfied with genuinely unsatisfied with the product, so I returned it. A phone that I can tell you that I did return this past year was the Blue Vivo Go. Even though I was impressed with the build quality of that phone, the phone just performed horribly, and Android Go was not a good operating system. I do not know why Android Go is even a thing. Tecton B says, I remember when I first started YouTube, nobody was looking at my videos for a couple of months, and then I started to get 5 subs, and now I have 26 subs. So there you go. I mean, sometimes it takes time. Sometimes if you post up a video that does have at least 1,000 views, you might get a few subs out of that video. You know what I mean? So me, I think when I started my YouTube channel back then, I was catering to people that would do prepaid phones. So at that time, there really wasn't a lot of people. I noticed that there was a lot of smartphone reviews, but I noticed that there wasn't a lot of people doing mid-range devices or even the lower end devices. So I put it to myself to go out and actually do these videos. Now, given that I did stop doing it for a while, you know what I mean? I did stop doing those type of videos because the money just wasn't there at one point. So I did stop doing these, but now that I'm living back at my parents' house, and I can't believe I'm saying that right. I'm living back at my parents' house. The money is more there now than it was a couple of years ago when I was living on my own. So I wasn't able to buy devices like I am now. Or I'm trying really hard to get in contact with other companies like ZTE, Coolpad, Wico, whatever you want to call it, and I'm trying to get a hold of them, and I'm trying to let them know, hey, I'm an influencer. Can you send me a device, whether it be a flagship or a mid-range or even a lower-end phone? I'm happy with anything, honestly. It doesn't have to be the top-of-the-line flagship device. So, No Life says, hey, Mikey Tech you, now that you got another sub by me, you got 37 now. So, I mean, some of y'all's channels are growing, and it takes time, guys. I mean, I believe it took me a while to even just get 100 subs, you know what I mean? So, I think the first 1,000 was actually like, wow, like when my channel started to actually gain traction and I finally hit 1,000, it took me about a good year and a half after I started making videos to 2 years to finally hit 1,000. So don't think that, hey, that some people just blow up overnight. Yes, sometimes that's the case. Sometimes YouTube channels do blow up at night, overnight, but sometimes it takes people time, you know what I mean? So if you guys are deciding to become influencers, don't get discouraged. You know what I mean? Yes, YouTube is very saturated, but at the same time, YouTube is growing daily, and there is a market for any little niche out there. So if you guys are into tech and like tech, this is your spot. If you guys like cars and you want to become a car influencer, this is your spot. If you guys have a certain thing for food or whatever, then do videos on food or do videos on things that you guys are passionate about. Okay, as long as it's legal. Okay, and eventually you'll gain that following. You know what I mean? So let's see. Okay, so No Life and Mikey Tech are just chit chatting about whatever. So it is what it is, guys. But I'm happy to be here, continuing to live stream with this Coolpad Legacy, guys, and I can't wait to start working on the review video. Again, there's going to be a few more things. I'm going to need a few more days, guys, to work on the review video on the Coolpad Legacy, just because I will be working Monday through Wednesday, so my schedule is going to be tight the next couple of days. But I will hopefully get a video up on this by Thursday. Okay, so Thursday there will be a review video on the Coolpad Legacy, and I'm trying not to get it up so quickly because I do want to take my time with this phone. I want to get to use the features that this phone has, whether it be the camera or something as little as the LED light, etc., like that. I want to know as much as I can about this phone before I put a phone out or the review out. So I just hope you guys are patient with me when it comes to putting out the review. Right now, again, there's not a lot of reviews going on with the Coolpad Legacy, so I mean, I have time to put out a review. So I think that's one thing that I know that YouTubers rush into is sometimes they'll get the device and then they'll rush into the review right away, and it's just like, well, you're not really giving the phone a chance when you get the device and then review the phone like 2 days later. You know what I mean? So Coolpad looks like a good phone. Get some cases and do a review for the protection. Maybe I will. Who knows? So, I mean, like recently, I had that person reach out to me from Amazon that sent me an iPhone 10 case, and that was actually, it's dirty already, right? But that was actually a sponsored video that I did. Like they actually paid me to do that video uh, for the Jabson. That's what you call it, right? And they asked me, what are your terms on making this video? And I told them I just want a small video production fee. And I asked them what are their terms. You know what I mean? So all they requested was a 5-minute video talking about the actual case of the phone. And that video doesn't have a lot of views. It has like 80 views since I posted it. But the fact is, I have the video, and they can actually use that video and share it on their social media websites or whatever, and just use it from there. Mikey Tech says he had a bigger channel. Maybe later I'll tell you the story about it. Yeah, I mean, YouTube has gotten very strict now. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of copyright stuff happening and whatnot. The reason that's happening is because people steal content and they're using other people's content. So a lot of YouTubers don't mind you using their content because they have what's called a shareable content from their channel. So if they allow that, that means you can actually use any of their videos and just or use any portion of their videos and use it in a video of your own. So it's called a creative license content or something creative something. Me personally, I have my videos on private because it's my own content, and I don't want people using my personal content just because it's just my personal preference. But I can open that up. If someone were to ask me, hey, I want to use part of your video, if they were to reach out to me personally, then I would do it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I'm not about to go file a copyright strike on somebody just because they're using my video. You know what I mean? Okay, you guys are talking about cases and wireless earbuds. I haven't really been doing any wireless headphones or earbuds myself. Not a lot of companies have been reaching out. I have had a few emails here or there asking me to look at certain things, but they're products that I just really don't identify with. So I'm trying to stay away from products that I really can't make a video on. Like someone recently messaged me saying they wanted to send me the Apple EarPod. They wanted to send me like an Apple EarPod case for the actual case. And I told them I don't even have Apple EarPods, dude. I have an iPhone 10, but I told them I don't have Apple EarPods for you to be sending me a case like that. So I told them like it wouldn't really work for my YouTube channel because I don't have the other item to review it with. You know what I mean? So yeah, you have to be really careful with music, No Life, because music is like it's unless it's your own digitally produced music, you shouldn't really try to use other people's music when it comes to it. Or I mean, I don't know. It's music is another subject, man. But like I remember back then, a lot of people could use like copyrighted music, whether it be like from a famous star. But now it's like you can't do any of that because the owner of the music will copyright you, and then they will get all the earning. They will get all the revenue from the video rather than you. You know what I mean? So. Mikey Tech says I've been getting emails related to products that they're not tech related, and it just has a lot of okay, whatever. Okay. You can't even see that. You know, if I really don't like review. Okay, so I'm just reading through some of the comments here. So, but anyways, let's see. Flossie Carter, he's real good and he has a lot of subs and content on his channel. I think I know who you're talking about, Flossie Carter. He's actually from Texas, if I'm not correct on that. And he lives in San Antonio, if I'm not correct on that. Let me go look him up really quick. Flossie Carter. I'm not subbed to him, but I know he's like a comedic person, I want to say, or maybe not. Hold on, let's see. Okay, no, yeah, I know who you're talking. Dang, he's got 1.1 million subs. That's pretty crazy. Flossie Carter. Let's see. Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot of. I mean, he's got a lot of videos. He's got a lot of content also. So he's got 1.1 million subs. He does a lot of the flagships though, just from what I'm seeing. So, but he does other stuff. You know, he does LEDs. He does smart tech. So I can appreciate that he just doesn't focus on one thing. He does headphones. He does speakers. He does shoes as well. So it's like, you know, that's the thing. Like, if you love all these things, you should do videos on all that. You know what I mean? But that's pretty cool. That's pretty legit that he has that. You know what I mean? So let's see, videos. He's got a lot of videos though. Like, I mean, me, I think I have about 400 plus videos. But man, it'll be crazy once I get into the thousands. You know what I mean? Like, once I have like 1,000 some videos, I'm gonna be freaking out because of that. You know what I mean? Okay, No Life, what are you saying, man? I'm on different tabs here. Okay. Sorry, I love free stuff. Everyone loves free stuff, man. I mean, that's not what it's about. Tectwan B says, how can I get companies to give me stuff to review? Tectwan B, you know, it really depends on you. Like, if you have a social media following, you can get those companies to either contact you via email. Sometimes they'll contact you. Like, you should put your email, your business email, on your YouTube channel, okay? Or your YouTube channel or Twitter accounts. Okay. You can also message them directly via Twitter or their social media channels, and that's one way to contact them. That's how I've been doing it. I remember back then I would look for their email support, and I would email whoever works for their PR department or press department, whatever you want to call it, and try to get a hold of someone that is willing to send out a device to you or whatever it is. You know, it doesn't have to be anyone specific, but just get in contact with them and say, hey, I'm an influencer and I would like to review a product. Just let them know, hey, you know, the funding is not there. You can say that. A lot of the times I say, hey, I want to review one or two of your products, but I cannot afford it, but I would love to review it and put it out there for people to see. So I mean, just let them know what your channel is about, give them a brief description on what you do and what you love to do, etc., like that. Ooh, sorry guys, I have to blow my nose. Flossie Carter even said he doesn't have any loyalty to any of the companies, and if they want to reach out to him to review a product, he doesn't go out and reach out to them. So that's the thing about it. Like, for low YouTubers like us, yes, I've had people reach out to me. I've had LG reach out to me when the LG G4 was out, and they personally sent me the LG G4. But you know, it depends. It depends how much you're willing to do and whatever. You know what I mean? Amazon sellers will reach out to you, though. I've had Amazon sellers reach out to me weekly asking me to review devices for them. And the thing about Amazon is some of those sellers, they want you to those Amazon sellers, they want you to buy the product and then they say they're going to refund it to you. And a lot of the times they do. I've done it before, you know what I mean, where they'll refund you the item via PayPal or whatever. But at the same time, they want you to do it so that you can review it on Amazon. And the thing about that is Amazon has really cracked down on people that are doing this. And they already striked my Amazon account when it comes to purchasing things. So I can't even review things on Amazon now because it's not allowing me to. So it's really frustrating because of things like that. So just be careful when working with Amazon sellers. A lot of them want you to buy their devices just to give them positive reviews. But at the same time, like, you know, if you're not happy with the actual item, then don't give them a positive review. You know what I mean? Be honest about it. You know what I mean? What I do is that when I love an item, I get on Facebook and chat online. V8 drink I likes, and they sent me a few drinks coupon. So that's cool. So I mean, it's all about your titles of the videos and whatnot. So if you really want to get noticed, you have to post the content online first, and then you have to share the content with the people that are actually gonna want to see it. So if you're making videos about V8, the actual drink, and then you post pictures or video and say, "Hey, this is real good," and then somebody from their PR or marketing team sees it, they're gonna like it, and if it's something positive, they're gonna want you to review more stuff about their product. You know what I mean? And as long as people are seeing that, then it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? But there has to be a market for it. You know what I mean? Mikey Tech says BT reviews. Wait until you get your first YouTube plague. You'll start crying because you'll be so excited you made that milestone on YouTube. I cannot wait, and I think the first YouTube plaque is actually when you get 100,000 subs. I think back then it used to be 10,000 subs, if I'm not correct on it. But now it's 100,000. So if I ever get to that point where I get 100,000 subs, I will be so happy because I know that that's going to be a lot of work that I put into that, and vice versa. Like I know PewDiePie has like a bunch of those already, and guys like Casey Neistat. Manu Vegas, what's up, Manu? Hey, we're just talking about the Coolpad legacy, by the way, and we're just talking about YouTube and creators right now. So we're just having kind of a little chit chat tonight. I've been on for about an hour and 20 minutes though, guys. It's a long video. I feel bad for people that watch the replays on these because they're long. I do long live streams. There's people that just do like 10 to 20-minute live streams, but I feel like my live streams are longer than they should be. You know what I mean? I am live streaming on the Coolpad Legacy, by the way. Do you like the LG Tribute Empire? I have not had my hands on that, by the way. So I know it's a $50 phone, and I just got the notification saying that my battery is at 15% already. So I will probably stop doing the live stream in about maybe like 10, 15 minutes already. Welcome to the chat, Manu Vegas. Thanks for being a returning follower of mine, by the way. We're talking about the Coolpad Legacy, though. I am live streaming with that. I have not tried the LG Tribute Empire, though. I believe that phone is $50 on Boost Mobile, by the way. So that's a device that I could actually afford to purchase within maybe a week or two if I decide to review more phones, right? Oh my God, I have so many review phones, guys. It's ridiculous now. By the time the end of the year comes, I'm going to have like 20 or 30 devices in my room. Do you like the Amazon Fire HD? I was telling one of the other followers earlier that no, I am not a fan of Amazon Fire tablets. I think they're trash. Even the higher end ones are not that great. I mean, I've used a Fire 7 HD, I believe, and they're just not good tablets. I mean, there's really not a lot you can do with them besides maybe watch Netflix and Hulu and whatever else. They have cameras and whatnot. The picture quality is horrible on those devices. You can't really take good pictures or video or even live streams with those. There's not a lot of apps that you can download either because they're catered to mostly the Amazon apps. Even though they have Android built into them, unless you have ways to, I guess, get other softwares on there, like it's just they're not good devices. Okay, if I were you, I would just go with another tablet that will allow you to do more with their devices. Like I know Huawei has a nice budget tablet at Walmart. I would just go with any other tablet that has a decent processor in it. Okay, I would not go with any Amazon tablets though. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm getting some messages here. Okay, guys, let me see. Again, if you guys haven't followed me on my Instagram handle, by the way, and Twitter page, please follow me on my Twitter page. By the way, again, I'm just reminding you guys to follow me on these. So if you guys have a Twitter account, please follow me on Twitter, and if you guys have an Instagram, also follow me. I'm thinking about doing a giveaway, guys, so that I can get more followers on these social media outlets because I want more followers on my Instagram and on my Facebook. So right now I'm getting some notifications saying that Mario Eagles fan liked some of my pictures. So Mario's Eagle fan who Eagles, they beat the Pats a few years ago. I'm not a fan of the Eagles, but you know, I'm getting some traction and I'm getting some followers. So, you know, if you guys are not following me on Twitter or Instagram, I really just want to reach out to my followers here. And I'm thinking about actually doing a video where, you know, it says, hey, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Here's the link for my Instagram, by the way. So I'm posting these videos or posting these links for you guys so you can follow me, because I do updates when it comes to my smart devices and whatnot. So I want you guys to see that. Do you like Toshiba? Uh, that's a interesting question. I've only used a few several Toshiba devices in the past when it comes to like computers and actual products. And to be honest, I thought Toshiba would be bigger than what it is currently, especially in 2019. But it really just depends what you want. I mean, I know they sell TVs, I know they sell computers, I know they sell various forms of electronics, but I'm just not a fan of them personally. I've never reviewed anything from Toshiba actually, so that could be a cool thing for me to do eventually. Let's see. I'm about to sleep soon, bro. Have a good stream. Keep it up. Thanks, No Life 2692 for joining in tonight. Thanks again for No Life. Okay. Oh my gosh, my dogs are going crazy. By the way. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna throw my dog out really quick because they are going crazy, guys. Go. Grandma's here. Okay. Okay, guys. So I'm actually gonna probably end the live stream here. You can follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, by the way, guys. But again, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream tonight because the phone is already getting on its left leg here. It's already about at 15%, and I don't want to kill the battery on it. I'm gonna connect it to the charger, guys. But I want to thank you guys for joining in tonight, having a cool Sunday night chat with me. This is, again, just a regular random live stream of mine. So again, guys, thank you guys for watching. Mikey Tech, shout-outs to you. Shout out to No Life. Shout out to whoever joined in tonight. Tech B, Google Pie, everyone else that was here with me tonight. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you guys